Alright, here we are for a run-in driving video of our 92 Bronco. Got all the lights going. I popped the hood here so I can show you where it's got the AC delete right there. So it's still got, so if you got the compressor or you got the one to work that comes with it, you have to let me know if you want it, otherwise I'm just going to toss it. But you know, we had the water pump replaced, had all the oil changed. The owner before had the tires done and replaced the shocks and the battery. So this thing's just ready to go. Light still works. You know, all the AC lines are still there. You can see them just right down there. Covered them all up, electrical tape. So that stuff's there. Go ahead and walk you around. Hopefully you guys can see all this. It is getting a little bit late in the day. It's those days are getting shorter, so kind of getting away from me a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the rear window going up from the interior switch. It's got the rear defroster. Go ahead and push it there and it lights up. You can see the windows all the way up and lined up nice. Exterior light works. Alright. You can hear the blower motor working real nice. You know, if it's cold climate here, so if you put it to blue, it still comes out cold. It's just not no longer AC. So you got the tack dash in this. It's got 133, 792. Gonna go ahead and turn those off. I'm gonna turn the overdrive off. You know, always recommend if you're doing 45 miles an hour or under or towing something, try to keep the overdrive off. You know, stereo on AM right now.
You're gonna have to have a touchdown score.
But works great. You can hook up your iPod. Power windows. Both motors work. Got your, you can hear the power door locks working. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the window defroster off since we don't need it. But push button four-wheel drive, automatic hubs. You can hear it click in. You can see the light. Again, to push it to go off, and you can keep going and it'll go out. But I like to put it in neutral, get in reverse. You know, if because I mean there's no snow and it's not wet, so I don't want to be driving around on dry pavement because it will catch and kind of do that chirping. So we'll do a short little drive in the city and then get it out on the freeway and open it up a little bit. But you can see it turns really tight. Brakes really nice and straight. I mean, zero issues. This truck's ready to go. Just drive 3,000 to 5,000 miles and do your oil change whenever you prefer to do it. You know, no rattles or anything. It's still got the center console thing, the divider piece. I like to pull them out because they do slide around. So, alright, we'll get going here. If you guys need any more pictures or anything, don't hesitate to ask. I mean, it's got cruise control. We'll get on that. You know, this is pretty much a trouble-free Bronco. If you know, the only thing I'd mention is if you want to get the carpets cleaned up a little bit. But the blue is pretty indestructible and doesn't hide anything. You know, doesn't kind of hides quite a bit. But you know, you can go to black or something like that. But honestly, this interior is from a 1 to a 10, 10 being the best. I mean, it's a strong 8+, and you know, just because there's no holes in material, no smoke, no cracks in the dash, really clear gauges. You know, everything works. So we're gonna get going here. We're just gonna kind of probably only get up to about 35. I mean, you can see it's just got really nice turns, really smooth. I mean, there's no binding. This is kind of everything you expect and you want to receive in this generation of Bronco. I mean, you don't feel like you're driving an old truck, but it's still a classic truck you can work on. Really quiet cabin, you know, no wind noises. All the wing windows open. You know, they stay in place. They're nice and firm. They lock. You know, you don't have any wind coming through the window. It was replaced at one point, and it did a good job. It doesn't get any of those noises. Windshield wipers work good. Those are intermediate. Step her up to slow. Crank her up to high. You know, that works perfect. You can see the turn signal comes on. I mean, when you hit the brakes, I mean, whether you slowly get on them or you stand on them, this truck doesn't pulsate, shake, or make any noises. It's just this truck is absolutely ready to be a daily driver as is. It's, you know, this is one of my favorite color combos. I love the Oxford white, pretty much with any color combo, but I love the basically the black with the silver in the middle, the black Eddie Bauers and the white Eddie Bauers, and then this is really my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the overdrive on. You just turn that light back off. And that's preference, you don't need to do that. So I'm gonna stand on it. Upshift's nice. It's always nice to have one of the tack. Upshifts again. I'm gonna let off the throttle and then it upshifts into overdrive. So 65 miles an hour, about 1800 RPMs. I mean, it's just great. I mean, you can hear how quiet it is. It's really easy to drive. I mean, this truck's got no play in the steering. It's not wandering all over the place. You're not chasing it down. The steering wheel is really nice condition. You don't feel like you're driving you really don't feel like you're driving a 23-year-old truck, almost 24 years old. All the chrome on the wheels is in good shape. They're not pitted out. So I'll go ahead and let this guy get out there a little bit, and I'm gonna let off the throttle. I'm gonna stab it again, so it just downshifts instantly. I mean, it doesn't fall on its face at all. It's just got that deep sound. Set the cruise control. I'm not on the gas. Doing 60. So we're gonna go ahead and exit off of here. There's nobody behind me, so just come to a nice stop. Those are my keys sliding around. I mean, it gets up, and I mean, you could see the hood lifting up as soon as I let off, and you can see the headlights dive down. I mean, it squats. These Broncos aren't real heavy. They're not real big, so having the 351, they get up. We'll do a little bit more driving. I don't want to bore you guys, but I just want to show you this road's not the best in the world, so there's a lot of pave patching, like we'll see one here. I mean, it just soaks it up. It just gives that real solid single sound. You don't hit a bump and have noises carrying with you. I mean, it's just soaking them up. There's another spot, and then there's going to be some tight S curves up here. I'll take you through to show that it just handles itself really nice. It doesn't lean. It doesn't, you're not turning like this just to turn a little bit. The steering isn't binding up. You don't hear any clunking. No smells. I mean, don't have any valve cover leaks. The cooling system's good. It's got green antifreeze. Like the tranny fluid's just been changed. The rear end just been changed, and the motor oil's just been changed. So you're pretty much dialed in and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the overdrive back off. You can hit the high beams, and your blue comes in. You got your power point here if you want to hook up your iPod or something like that. I mean, ashtray's never been used. It's just spotless. Never been used. But here's the tight corner. Give it a little bit of juice. I'll get on the brakes now. You can see the hood. I mean, the paint on this thing is just in excellent condition. I mean, the white is basically flawless besides a couple of small stone chips, and then the dark blue in some areas, on the fenders for whatever reason, because they get the most of the wind, is lifted in a couple of those areas. But it doesn't, if you touch it, it doesn't have an edge. It's not gonna be flaking off anymore. But if you do pressure wash it, or whenever it does get dull, if you take it to a steam, to a detailer, have them be careful with the pressure washer, because if they angle that, those PSI 2500 PSI pressure washer on there, you might blow some more off. But that could happen on a new truck too. So that's it. This baby's going at no reserve. So good luck, everybody. It's a killer Bronco with low miles, low ownership, and rust free.